One day in Seattle, a woman literally grabbed my lapels and said, "Listen to me, adults have nature deficit disorder too." She was right, of course. In 2005, in Last Child in the Woods, I introduced the term nature deficit disorder, not as a medical diagnosis, but as a way to describe the growing gap between children and nature. After the book's publication, I heard many adults speak with heartfelt emotion, even anger, about this separation, but also about their own sense of loss. Every day, our relationship with nature, or the lack of it, influences our lives. This has always been true. But in the 21st century, our survival, or thrival, will require a transformative framework for that relationship, a reunion of humans with the rest of nature. In this program, I describe a future shaped by what I call the nature principle, an amalgam of converging theories and trends, as well as a reconciliation with old truths. This principle holds that a reconnection to the natural world is fundamental to human health, well-being, spirit, and survival. Primarily a statement of philosophy, the nature principle is supported by a growing body of theoretical, anecdotal, and empirical research that describes the restorative power of nature, its impact on our senses and intelligence, on our physical, psychological, and spiritual health, and on the bonds of family, friendship, and the multi-species community. Illuminated by ideas and stories from good people I have met, this program asks, what would our lives be like if our days and nights were as immersed in nature as they are in technology? How can each of us help create that life-enhancing world, not only in a hypothetical future, but right now, for our families and for ourselves? Our sense of urgency grows. In 2008, for the first time in history, more than half of the world's population lived in towns and cities. The traditional ways that humans have experienced nature are vanishing, along with biodiversity. At the same time, our culture's faith in technological immersion seems to have no limits, and we drift ever deeper into a sea of circuitry. We consume breathtaking media accounts of the creation of synthetic life, combining bacteria with human DNA, of microscopic machines designed to enter our bodies to fight biological invaders or to move in deadly clouds across the battlefields of war, of computer-augmented reality, of futuristic houses in which we're surrounded by simulated reality transmitted from every wall. We even hear talk of the transhuman or post-human era in which people are optimally enhanced by technology, or of a post-biological universe where, as NASA's Stephen Dick puts it, the majority of intelligent life has evolved beyond flesh and blood intelligence. This program is not an argument against these concepts or their proponents, at least not the ones who are devoted to the ethical use of technology to expand human capacities. But it does make the case that we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to fully realize or even adequately study the enhancement of human capacities through the power of nature. In a report praising higher-tech classrooms, one educator quotes Abraham Lincoln, "The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew." That we should, but in the 21st century, ironically, an outsized faith in technology, a turning away from nature, may well be the outdated dogma of our time. In contrast, the nature principle suggests that in an age of rapid environmental, economic, and social transformation, the future will belong to the nature smart. Those individuals, families, businesses, and political leaders who develop a deeper understanding of nature and who balance the virtual with the real. In 2010, Avatar became the most watched film in history. The success had less to do with the movie's advanced 3D technology than with the hunger it tapped, our instinctive knowledge that the endangered human species is paying an awful price as it loses touch with nature.